Okay, so last time I was here, I was working on verbs in sentences. Um, they didn't actually go over any of the informal. Uh, they didn't go into the informal too much, other than basically what's on that side. So, Takana 6 informal verbs. Alright, so this is where we're going. Alright. Verb tense. Informal forms. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's why. Yeah. So they were just gonna touch on it a little bit. Informal past tense ends with ta. Ikimasu, mimasu. The word iku is conjugated. Hey there, Atreyu. Welcome back. So, I don't know if you just watched the VOD yesterday, but, so last time I played this, I hit basically a brick wall where I wasn't able to make any progress. So I decided I'm just going to go back through all the lessons and write them into a notebook where it's easier for me to reference back into it. So once I get caught up, everything's going to be happening alongside the DS in a notebook as if I were back in school. All right. So, informal past tense ends with ta. Okay, so that's informal past tense. Are they just saying it's supposed to be mata? Remember the general politeness rule of Japanese. The longer and more vague it is, the more polite it is. Nai. Informal negative ends with nai. Nai. Nakata. So this still ends with you. Little Kitty, Big City. Sounds familiar. Is it a show? I don't know. I do occasionally. Oh, it's a movie. Something? Little Kitty, Big City. Oh, a game. Interesting. No, I don't think I've ever heard anything about it. Oh. So. Oh, it was an indie game. Oh, it was recently announced. Okay. Maybe someday. Will probably be something that pops up in my radar. Okay. Yeah. Um, yeah. Maybe someday I'll get it. I, I've I've kind of been in a lot of trouble for buying too many video games, I'd say. Part of that is what inspired me to just start playing games on Twitch, just so I can actually get dig through that backlog. But yeah, someday when I feel like I've made some progress, I'll look into that. I mean, it looks cute, so that's definitely got points going for it. Uh, okay, they're saying it's supposed to be, or do they just want me to make it informal? So that would be, yeah, cute games are just kind of such a weakness. So if I wanted to make mashita informal, Terakami-san wa sushi wo tobe mata? Aw. I don't think I really ever had any pets. I've dog sat for my stepfather, but yeah, that's the extent of my pet uh, proximity. I think the best word is to wait. Best way to put it. How long did you have your cat? Let's see here. Where? Hmm. Understand. Yeah, I've never really dealt with the loss of a pet personally, but I do know it's one of those things that really doesn't get any easier. I know my stepfather, he's had multiple pets pass away. Um, yeah, I don't think I'd really ever say he gets used to it, but uh, he everybody deals it in their own way. Oh, you just so somebody else is taking care of your cat for now? Ah, so you're just away for, or it's the family cat and you're moved out for a little bit. Mhm. All right. I think this is the part that was tripping me up. Okay, Ichidan, Godan, irregular. Few verbs that end with iru and eru, that aren't Ichidan though. Pretty much all the verbs that are not. And there are a few irregular. Okay. Make sure you know how to use them. Taberu. Where's my other notes? Okay, so these are Ichidan. So if you are Taberu, so these go ru, re, yo, te, and ta. I'm going to cover the bases that are used for verb forms. Okay. Just drop the ru. Okay. So it's not so much they end with a, they just don't have the ru. So just emphasize that those are empty. Base 3 is the simplest. Dictionary form, yes. Ta, replace ru with ta. Godon. And their example is Yomu. And again, you are the dictionary. Yoma, Yomi, Yomu, Yome, Yemo, Yomo. Yonde and Yonda. All right. So you are a, e, u, e, o, nde, nda. Okay, so let's split you. So, ao is our dictionary. Awa. Ai. Au. Ae. I could clean that up a bit. Ao. Ate and atta. End with u. So when they end with u, they follow a different pattern for Godon. Okay. Covered all the bases needed for formal verbs. Masu, masen, mashita, masen deshita. Okay. So I do have that. It's conjugating base te and ta. Depends on what the last character of the verb is. U, no. Ends with, let's go fix this. This is ends with U, Su, Ru, ends with U, Su, and Ru. We do Ta for base Ta. Ends with Bu, Mu, and Nu. And Nu. And the last character needs to be replaced with Nda. Okay. Ku. Do I have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Okay. Ends with Ku. Ends with Ku. Becomes Kita. So Kaku. Kaki. Kaka. Kake. Kako. Kaite. Kaita. Is a Gu. Isogu. Ga. Isoge. Isogo. Isoide. Isoida. So we still have A, I, U, E, O, Ide, and Ida. Su. So we're still on Godon. End with Su. this goes. All right, so with bases 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, te, ta. Hanasu. Hanashi. Hanasa. Hanase. Hanaso. Hanashite. Hanashita. So sa, shi, su, se, so, shite, shita. Okay. It's very easy to set up the informal. All right. So, okay. Let's go back to this page. And you are base 3. Okay. Our vocab this time, we have make, enter, exit. Oh, hey there, Ajax. So yeah, I've just been picking up where we left off yesterday. Sukuro. No, that's sukuru. Sukuru. Hairu. Hairu. Deru. Ukeru. No. I was going to write ukuru. Well, always good to have somebody to study with. Ukeru. And ataeru. Ta e ru. Atairu, which are ichidan verbs, which are godan verbs. Okay, I'll check that right after. Yeah, you're probably catching a lot of North America people as it's because it's 9:30 here in California. So Yeah, New York is at midnight, but our East Coast is at midnight. Yeah, so especially on Sunday night, everybody's probably cramming their homework right now. Mm, rest, sleep, die, kill, build. Yasumu. Mm. Is that like your typical sleeping routine? Cause uh what is my yeah, my sleeping schedule is unfortunately. Oh, yeah, I'm not too certain, but I normally get around 3 hours of sleep a night. Not because of I want to. I just wake up around 3 a.m. Can't really explain why, but that's just been my life. It's terrible. Nemuru. So I'm kind of thinking if I do something to exercise my brain a little bit more before I go to sleep, that may do something. If not, if anything else, it just, you know, use the time. Mm. You guys do daylight savings over in Europe? Mm. Okay. Well, I do know that one of the things I choose to do anyway, um, when I am able to wake up, is just kind of, in a sense, photosynthesize. I like to just go out and enjoy whatever sunlight I can. Yeah, basically. Because don't really get too many chances to go outside in daily life, so enjoy the sunlight while I can. Although, I am. I'm going to be trying to start riding my bike to work. Um, I work fairly locally to where I live, so it's not that big a deal, but figure summer coming around, might be best to get that practice in before it's too late and it's unbearable outside. But from the days I have been riding my bike recently, it's uh it's worse in cars. I don't know what it is. Even cars, even with air conditioning, are not as comfortable as just being on my bicycle. So hopefully, when I get deep in, when we're deep into summer, uh, I might not miss my car's AC as much as I did, or I think I might. All right, so which ending are these words? Sukuru. When we end with Ru, we're Godon. In the summer here, the worst I've had is 113 Fahrenheit. I don't actually know what that is in Celsius. Let me see. Ah, 45 Celsius. Yeah, so it's definitely outside of comfortable. Because what is comfortable? It's like 27 C or something. I don't know my Celsius very well. I think it's 27 C is what's considered comfortable. Um, yeah. I don't know. The only time I use Celsius is when I'm looking at my computer temps. Yeah, it is really hot. So I don't actually have any reference for what that is to be on a bicycle in that heat, but uh, hopefully it's not too bad. If not, I could always be a coward and go back to my car's AC. So Sukuwa, Sukuwa, Sukui, Sukuu. How many of these are Rei? Okay. Uh, Most of these are Rei. So you would follow this pattern. Yeah, so this was the conjugation. 30C in the summer. So what would that be in Fahrenheit? 686. Yeah, I was thinking somewhere about 80, 90. Yeah, that's last week. That's what we were around here. So it wasn't too bad, I'd say. But like I said, when it's our worst, we're what did you say, 45? So yeah, what your guys is end of spring is or what our end of spring is your guys' peak summer. I think that's just what is that one? Latitude? But yeah, I remember last time we were talking about conjugation. This is the information I was not grasping when I hit that brick wall. So this is the. Luckily, it's two pages that are next to each other, but yeah, this is the stuff I'm gonna have to just beat into my head, I guess. That's right. You are end with goo. I don't know why I wrote that there. End with goo. You are just this one, but with the 1010 marks. So none of you are goo or ku. I have one su and one amu and a net. Amu and a nu. Hmm. Yeah, that's actually what our. All right, UK. Every day predicted as cloudy. Yeah, that's kind of what our next week's gonna be looking at, like around 60 somethings. So next week is definitely not going to be too bad. Well, hopefully, as long as the weather stays as predicted. Okay. So we have Boo Moo Nu Usuru Kugu Su. No, this is the wall. This is the conjugation that is, I don't know, the bane of my progress at the moment. And it's just a matter of remembering, okay, like which ones go where. So we got oo, ku, gu, su, t, m, h, no, n, h, m. So there's no U's. There's nothing that ends with Y. Verbs don't end with Y, or those are irregular. And we have ru. Okay. So all the different word endings. U is the ending vowel sound. And then it's just a matter of remembering which ones go where and which table you use. I'll come back to that later. I'll just get the rest of these lessons written out. Don't need katakana. Telling time. Yeah, that's kind of also why I switched over into Pokemon, just to see any potential sentences, just kind of seeing the words in context, stuff like that. Because I that's the other thing. I was realizing this is not going to be enough. And, well, my Switch is here, so might as well. But yeah, yeah, just being able to see the words in context, uh, do a lot more recognizing sentence structures. Yeah, I'd agree. So, yeah, I don't know how much more progress I'd be able to make here just on this on its own, because there's a lot of things in here where they ask you to basically also work independently from what the lessons are in here, but I guess I don't really have that discipline. But yeah, somewhere else that what how do I want to phrase it? Exercises that knowledge, help basically be another approach to it. I can see how, yeah. Yeah, the hard part in Japanese is just, you know, it's in Japanese. So gotta work on the alphabet part of it first, which Pokemon pulls double duty on that one. Uh, yeah. All right, telling time. Imagine for a moment that you agree speaking in Japanese. You then head to the train station and wait. Yeah, I kind of lucked out just remembering like, oh wait a minute, Pokemon asks you what language you want to play in when you first boot it up. So clear that out, pop a game in, and be like, all right, I wanna, yeah, Pokemon Blue and Red. If I did have those in um, Japanese, well, Green and Red, right? I forgot. Was there a Blue in Japan? I think it was just Green and Red. Maybe there was a Blue that came after, before Yellow. Can't really recall. All right, telling time. G. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Pokemon Blue was technically the port of the US version back into Japanese. That's right. Cuz Red and Green still like US Red and Blue had some janky sprites, but Red and Green had some real crazy ones. Oh, yeah. Pokemon Aka is red, Ow is blue, Midori is green, and Pikachu is Pikachu. Yeah. You want to know how far back was that? Here we go. Blue would probably, which is best? That's a tough one for me to say. Um, yeah, Ow or Blue would definitely be oof. Yeah, I don't actually know the full history of them. I know Blue is more complete or more up to date than Red and Green, and Pikachu is just the one that follows the cartoon show. So, yeah, I'd probably go with Blue just for the more traditional Pokemon storyline without all the Team Rocket stuff. But Pikachu would also be a good option. But yeah, these are the colors here. So, Shiroi, Kuroi, Aoi, uh, Akai, Midori, Chairo, Hiro, Orange Iro, Hairo, Pinku. So those are the basic colors in Japanese. Let's see here. What do we got? Yeah. If I were to play one of these, that would probably be it. Hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't play the older ones only because, yeah. Because yeah, I'm this kind of person. So all of these I'd be able to play in Japanese. So also those early games were really janky. Like the rules don't make any sense. Oh, those were 3DS. The 3DS games let you choose language. Yeah. Um I actually do have, I don't know if you remember hearing about these. That's the Analog Pocket. So I can actually play original Game Boy games and send them to HDMI. But I do like it. I don't know if I'd recommend it, but as far as playing original Game Boy Advance games, sending it to HDMI, it's a lot easier than some of the other solutions, which are, what would you have to do? There's really nothing for original Game Boy and Game Boy Color. Uh, for Game Boy Advanced, I for Game Boy Advance, I actually have a Game Boy player and a HDMI adapter for a GameCube, so I wouldn't need it for those. But yeah, for original Game Boy games, and it just looks a lot nicer than the original screens. Those original screens are so bad. Okay. All right. Okay. So 4 o'clock. Is Yoji. 9 o'clock is Kuji. Yeah, so apparently I had to manually set my webcam to 1080p. So, oh, you're talking about the ROM for Pokemon? Yeah, well, they did have to make it clear for people who are playing, and you actually don't need a lot of pixels for a lot of characters, as long as you can are able to get that idea across. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they did a lot of work with those lower pixel counts. And yeah, they were good enough to get everything done. And 4 o'clock I have here. So what time? Nanji. Oh, literally what time? What hour? Jikan? Half is Han. Nope, not am. AM. Noon. Midnight. Yesterday. This is Gozen. Yeah. Gogo. Hiru. Gozen. Gosen Reiji. Kino. I need to make sure that doesn't look too much like Kino and Ra in katakana. Okay, I'm going to move minute counter up top. And you are Hoon. Yeah. What is that? Just an H. Ropun. Jupun. No, it doesn't start that low. Keep making that mistake. Jupun. Go. G. Sun. Sunju. Go Hun. Okay, so Sun 5 3 10 5. Okay. Goji Sanju Go Hun. Goji Sanju Go Hun. Jugo Hun. 5:35. 5 hours 35-minute counter. Okay. Nanji desu ka? What time is it now? That is yeah. Juji Gohun. 10:05. Yeah, so definitely want to practice that. Verb bases 2. All right, so back to verb bases. Okay. Okay, yeah, Godon, Ichidan, and irregular. Since there. Alright, Ichidan. Let's just go back to that. Yeah, Ichidan. Ru is nothing has changed for 3. Yep. Base 4. Replace the Ru with Rei. Base 5. Ru with Yo. And then Te and Ta. Godon are all over the place. Oh, wait. Where can I fit these? I'll put these back on this page. So we got nigeru. Nigeru. That is nigeru. Oh wait. Fui. I can move this over a bit. Yeah. So fui is actually nigeru. All right. Obtain. It's eru. Eru. Os. No. Push. Os. That is kagayaku. Or glow. Ka. Ga. Yaku. Kagayaku. Wow. For whatever reason, ya and ku got really large. All right. Base te. A sound instead of a ta sound. Yep. Transact. Ooh. Transact. Okonao. O. Ko. Na. Ooh. Well, yeah. Well, I guess any text you said, right? So even if it's digital, I could see why it would work. I also probably wouldn't expect it to when you're used to it being like handwritten or font, but I guess in a sense, Pixel is technically a font. Um, I think I've seen Google Translate do kind of also with about that level of information, but yeah, I guess when you're able to tell it to how to pick up certain characters, it gets the job done. Okay, the last character. The last character is Utsuru. You end with te. te, yeah. Humunu. Nde, nda, yeah. Last character is ku. Ite, ita. Last character is gu. Ide and ida. So yeah, it really is just copy it over. And which ones? Which ones make no sense? All of the ones. Yeah, well, you can see why I said this was the wall I came across. So yeah, it all is all basically like, okay, what is the last character? Whatever the last character is, you go to one of these 6 tables, and when you know what table you're supposed to use, that's supposed to make it easier. So, like, yeah, Tsukuru, you go to this table because this ends with Ru. But Hairu, you go to this table because it ends with Iru. So, Deiru here ends with Eiru. So you're also in this chart. So, yeah, the whole thing is just recognizing which table you're supposed to go to. Simple enough, right? Yeah. Hurry. Sogu. Okay, yeah. That one's more or less straightforward. Is a Su, which is this chart here. And I already have Osu on here. All right. Here are the changes. Yeah. For the most part, I guess it is easier if you just remember this information. Oh no, this is just for Te and Ta. It doesn't actually help you with all of it because some of them are just a little. Yeah, the Te and Ta is definitely the hardest. When you end with Eru and Iru, with these you drop the ending. And basically all of them follow a very similar pattern, which is U, E, and O, or OU. A, I, U, E, O. This one you have to remember you switch this to Wa when you're using this table. And then it's Wa, I, U, E, O. A, I, U, E, O. A, I, U, E, O. Ashi, U, E, O. So, Yeah, this little bit would be helpful for me to write down. Because these are Godon endings for te and ta. All right, so I'll do u, su, ru. Te ta, bu, mu, and nu. Use de and da. Ku, use e, te, and e, ta. Gu, use e, de, and e, da. And su, use she, te, she, ta. Nope, not da. Ta. So that's the hardest part to remember. The tes and tas. Because they give it its own page. All right. The irregulars. Yep, there's no rules for the irregulars. To do, all right, is suru. And suru is irregular. Shi, suru, sure, shio, shite, shita, shite, shita. All right, you get to go here. Suru. しするすれしよしよしてした。So the verb bases are the things on this chart here. So every verb that ends, like all of these are verbs here. So based on what the verb ends with, lets you know which which table you go to, and the different bases are just the different conjugations. I don't quite remember what they're all for. But depending on how you're using it, you go to a different base. Because it didn't actually say. Yeah, I think they're going to explain how to conjugate them all later. But at no point did they actually say how you're supposed to use it, only that these are the tables. Because, like, the actual conjugation goes with these. So the tenses are here, and so I'm not too sure how all of this connects with tenses, because yeah, so there's des, and then there's mas. So I understand this and this, but this was the section that eluded me because it is kind of important. They just really haven't gone over how. Yes. Both of these have informal forms. And for the most part, you just kind of want to use this unless... Yeah. So that's the formality part, but they really haven't gone much into how to use the table yet. Only that you should know the tables. So I think that's also part of the disconnect to why I didn't understand it. They kind of haven't gone over it. So I'm not saying that's entirely their fault, but it's also not entirely my fault. Oh, yeah, this was another... Okay, so this... I wanted to put come here. And you are kuru. Kuru. And you are ko ki kuru kure. Nope. Kure Kuyo. Kite. And kita. Three, four, five, six, seven. All right, so I got just enough room for you. Oh, yeah. Because in Chinese, what is it? Like, things can have the same pinyin, but depending on how you pronounce it, they mean different things. Something weird. Ika. Iki. Ku. Ike. Four tones plus flat neutral one. Yeah, I really don't know where to work on that one. And you just kind of have to know based on context of the rest of the sentence to know which one it's supposed to be. Yep. Yeah. Well, yeah, speed is one of those things you pick up when you're also able to speak the language. And the more comfortable you become with the language, uh, just your ears and your brain get used to it, get used to those sounds. Yes, you want to practice with someone who is a native speaker, but then the entire time you're talking to them, you're like, oh gosh, my my speaking must sound so cringe to them. Every time I say something, they're just like, oh, okay, yeah, you're getting there, buddy. Oh, that's the only way to get better. Mushisuru. Escape. Nigeru. I think I have that in here. I'm pretty certain I came up with it. Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, it's just, oh, I know what all of these sounds are. And for the most part, they're the same no matter where they show up. So that is nice. Koru. Kagayaru. Mean. Let's go put mean here. And you are Imisuru. Imisuru. Destroy. Hakaisuru. Yeah. Nope. Hakaisuru. Push. Press. Us. Nod. Unazuru. Unazuru. Yeah, I could put these in here to do. Okay, I got Suru, Kuru, and Iku. Do I have Iku anywhere here? I don't see Iku. Go. Iku. No, that's Ike. Iku. Particles. All right. Mm-hmm. So, ha, ga, wo, ni, mo. Okay. Next is, okay, possession, or not possession, adjectives, ownership, Okay. And at with modifier of to, de, to, no, de. Take some time to review these. All right. Bye. Watashi no. How did I screw up the first stroke? Haha. Chichi. Kyodai. Yeah. You see where it says listen, speak, and write? So, I don't know how well the microphone will pick this up, but no, that doesn't go that way. Let's see here. No, I can't turn the microphone too much, but let me go ahead and let you listen to. There's a kind of a basic text to speech in here. So, so you can hear what it's supposed to sound like. So, yeah. Watashi no haha. Oh, you can't hear it. Chichi. Chichi. Kyodai. Kyodai. Tomodachi. Yeah, so you're supposed to say it along with these. I mean, 私の. So you're able to hear just yourself or the text to speech and yourself together. And it kind of sounds like. Yeah, so they kind of force it into each other. Watashi no. Yeah. So, yeah, you're supposed to, as you go through the lessons, you're supposed to go along with it. For the most part, I'm just okay listening to the basic and putting it together myself. But yeah, it does help. Yeah. Let me actually see if the. I mean, I have no reason to believe that my Chinese coach is any different, but let's just go ahead and see what that sounds like. I mean, it cost me nothing to do it, so. Yeah, this will be interesting. So I am also a little curious if it's just kind of more of the same or. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Ni hao. That means hello in Chinese. What is your name? Wow, yeah, my pronunciation on this is going to be terrible. Let me just try. 我得没我得没几西。你是谁？我是美国人。All right. So yeah, it does seem like it follows the same basic rules as Japanese. Okay. I mean, it's probably better to fail it, I think, than to do well, because you're just gonna have to do it anyway. Oh wow. Oh, pwa. Oh yeah, you also can't hear it super. So that. Oh, no, it actually does want me to know these things. All right. I'm probably just gonna fail the rest of this. All right. So they're putting me at lesson 4, which is probably not a good start. Um, yeah. I'll just skip ahead for now. Ah, tones. Um, oh, it's the thing you were just talking about. So, when you were talking about tones, that's lesson 4. Oh, great. Yeah, depending on how you pronounce words, meanings will change. Um, yeah, let's just go back. Skip. Yeah, I doubt they. Yeah, I'd have to go through it further to see how they want you to do. Tones, pinyin. Yeah. So. Yeah, well, that's gonna be something for future me to deal with. But now, let me put this away first, actually. But based on what I've seen there, it's probably a very similar system to how they teach. Just it's going to be the same system for how they teach writing. But yeah, it very much looks like the same exact game. Well, not same exact, but same general structure. And yeah, so hopefully just getting used to the idea of stroke order, and yeah, a lot of the kanji are just the Chinese characters. So this one was Kyodai. And Tomodachi. Let's see how well I did on that. Kyodai. Tomodachi. All right. Yeah. Uh, yeah, and I know that in Japan, from just kind of what things I've heard, you'll see a lot of kanji around. So you're like, oh, okay, so that's the kanji for trash can, or this is the kanji for enter, because a lot of the times you just won't see katakana and hiragana. But katakana hiragana is helpful for reading. because I actually read. I'm at feel like I'm at the point where I read hiragana katakana better than I do romaji. Um, it's just translating it into English back and forth. That's kind of where I'm stuck at with that. But yeah, eventually you just kind of got to know the kanji. Otherwise, you can have conversation, but you won't. You'll have trouble navigating. Ani. Ototo. Ane. Imoto. Hmm. この方 Hmm. Yeah. Remembering the kanji. Okay. Ah. All right. Yeah. Just having a reference from basically somebody who's done it before. この方はオタクのブランクですか? Hmm. Oh, abroad in Japan. Yeah. Yeah. I have. Yeah, he's actually been one of the places where, like, not so much an inspiration, but just kind of like, yeah, if he can do it, I could probably do it. And yeah, he is a fun guy. So kono kata wa yeah. I actually think I might have watched this one before. Yeah. It I mean, yeah, from 9 years ago. These things come up, but yeah, it's always good to go back and reference things you've learned. Yeah, he's been a good reference. Hmm. Okay. But I said that was part one. Part one of two. Interesting. Yeah, I'll pick I'll pick those up. Just have another yeah, having another reference tool. Yeah, just having that other reference, something to come back to. Yep, always good to not tire down to not tie yourself down to a single system. Oh boy, I am losing my English. Hmm. Just getting used to seeing the things, seeing the characters, also like how they're pronounced. It's kind of how I approached hiragana katakana. So, eh, it works. You gotta start with just recognizing it, so the language becomes that much less scary. Okasan. Otosan. Yeah, anything that makes the language less scary, even if you are a noob, like just gets you used to it. Cause yeah, all the other systems I've tried for learning Japanese so far, I don't think I could have ever approached playing Pokemon in katakana hiragana, but just getting used to seeing it made it so much less scary. Where it's like, yeah, even if I don't know what's going on in Pokemon, I'm not scared of the language. I don't know what the menus are, but I'm not scared of the language at the very least. Go Kyodai. Okay, so that's all you do here. Yeah. Yeah, when I was playing Pokemon, I was just like, well, I'll just poke around the menu. I'll figure out where things are. And yeah, making selections. I mean, even just learning Pokemon's Japanese names is just fun. Yeah, just kind of at some point you have to jump into it. Just Imoto-san. Imoto-san. Yeah, just just having that practice of going over the characters repeatedly really helped out. Even if I know, like, yeah, some of these could definitely be tightened up, but as far as here, yeah, Hiragana goes, it's legible. I think if someone in Japan were to look at this, they'd recognize what everything was, even if it's not uh, the neatest according to what it's supposed to look like in its little box. So yeah, as long as I can get the point across. That was my first goal, and yeah, being able to write it made reading so much easier. Because I remember, like, okay, what is that character? What is that form? Okay, I know what that is. And eventually it was just like, oh, I can recognize it. In some cases, it's better than my English writing. Although, clearly, my writing just kind of ping pongs back and forth between being very neat, being very messy, same with my Japanese, so it's probably roughly the same level. It just kind of depends on how my wrist approaches that page. There's I can't really control it, but everybody's writing I think goes through those little phases. Kanai. Oto. No, that's it's understandable, but that definitely should be nicer. Ugh. No. Oto. Misuko. Musuko. And musune. Musume. See what I mean? Even just on the same page, my writing just completely different. It'll be almost impossible to forge my writing because I can't even do it. Yeah, at least with the Japanese for now, it's still a little bit of like, okay, mu. Okay, I can write mu. It's not quite as consistent as how I would write in English, but yeah. Yeah. Possibly. Yeah. So you've seen, like, yeah, my writing's ping pongs around like probably five different handwritings. But yeah, it's just whatever my wrist feels like doing at that moment. Sobo. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If I didn't have lined paper, my writing would just kind of be all over the place. My like some lines would be massively larger, they curve up. Yeah. It's always fun on blank paper, but and you got some people who write on it flawlessly and you're just like, that must be nice. And the same applies to girlfriend. There's no specific. Yeah, because that was somebody's job to write. They trained their entire life to be able to do that. Of course, it's going to look immaculate. Oh, right. Well, they didn't have the luxury of texting. So it was the only way you could get your idea across was to write neatly and in cursive. Because everybody learned cursive. Yeah. Yeah, and you could see the straight lines without needing them. But yeah, back in these days, writing was a very big deal, and you spent way more time practicing that than what we do in schools today. I don't know about how they are in the UK, but um, yeah, I think we're starting to do less focus on like even cursive writing and more on typing, with typing just being the more seen as necessary skill. Um, just trying to actually read. I mean, like I said, my handwriting goes through like different styles, so it looks like different people wrote it. Different people were all writing in the same notebook. How crazy! And yeah, there's a certain care for notes that you care more about and more notes that you're taking because somebody told you to. All right. uh, I think either I was a time traveler or this was a pristine notebook that was purchased from a nearby pharmacy. Most likely they'd think I was a time traveler. And just talk about modern stuff. Hiragana, katakana. Right. I am afraid to know what that is. Ugh. Alright. Cursive in Japanese. Yeah. I'll stick to I'll stick to typed. Yeah, I'll stick to typed characters where it's probably the same thing just like cursive is for us where it's like, we don't need cursive in Japanese. Hmm. Yeah, well, when you're used to reading it, I mean, we have those as well in English where they just adapted the cursive to start and stop at the same level. So, but Yeah, it would not surprise me at all. I just would rather not think about it. Okay. Who? Nope. Scareta. I can make that smaller. Just to make it clear, that is smaller. Alright, they weren't in there. Okay. Hmm. No, it wasn't in there. Maybe it's the next game? Huh. Where is it? Because it wasn't in the other game either. Alright. Alright. Okay, yeah, I'll just add them in here. Red, white, blue, black. Haruka wa usukushi desu. Usukushi wa... No. Usukushi haruka desu. So this this is the kind of stuff I was talking about. How the adjectives can be conjugated like verbs. kunai. Kata. What are you? Kunakata. Okay. Mr. Sato isn't strong. I wanted to say Sato-san wa suwo kunai. Sato-san wa suyokunai. Oh. Sato-san wa suyokunai desu. I forgot to end the sentence. That they don't need this. Aha. Since all the conjugation takes place. I thought so. That's why I didn't do it, because we conjugated. Oh, for politeness. Okay, informal. So this is technically... You can put des on the end, but if casually you don't. Okay. Okay. So this is already informal. You don't need to worry about the informal form of it. Okay, because it's already informal. Okay. Kusai. Atsui. Atsui. Samui. Samui. All right. They can be used just like nouns for the most part. They even use des the same way. To describe a noun, you need na to connect it with the noun after it. Yes. Utsukushi sensei. Utsukushi sensei. So you don't need anything with an I adjective. Kurei na sensei. You need na to connect kurei. Nihongo no sensei. Nihongo needs a no. Okay. So if your adjective ends with E, you don't need anything. And you just use the same adjective noun order like in English. Kurei na sensei, same thing. But your kurei na is the adjective. Kurei na is pretty. So you're supposed to do an adjective noun. Nihongo no sensei. Adjective noun. Okay. So the adjective comes before the noun. Okay, that's easy, I think. Kana? Shide kana? Oh, it is shidekina. Shideki na. Shisureina. Suki. Kurai. Kirai. Shizuku. Keen. So kure, rai. No, you're right. Pretty and rude. Kirei. Okay, so that is rei, kirei, a na in Romaji. Then it becomes na. Like and dislike. All right. Benri na. Jozu. Hadena. Denena. Tenena. Okay. Jo. Jo. Jojiki. Shojikina. Oh. Anata wa suki desu. Shizuka na onna no ko wa hanashita. Yeah. emotions. 嬉しい。鈴木さんは悲しいです。悲しいです。Yeah, there's no object, no topic or subject. Yeah. All right. Happy is also 幸せ幸せな幸せな sad 悲しい sick 病気らやまし sleepy 眠い眠い怒っている
心配している。
心配している疲れた酔っ払った
酔っ払った。
酔っ払った酔っ払ったはい たを愛している。疲れた。Alright. Mm-hmm.
幸せな病気心配している羨ましい眠い怒っている酔っ払った疲れた
疲れた。
愛悲しい
悲しい。Alright, well, all those words were in there. Learn about more places. Okay. Ku is at base te and ta are irregular. Yes, yes. When you're going places, you want to mark it with ni. Bank. Kinko. Su to ran. Restaurant. ガソリンスタンドがそう。予備教予備教区薬局薬局
薬局
ストア店本屋 Panya, Panya. Panya. Camera, yeah. Camera. Camera. Camera, yeah. Okay. Su. Pa. Ma. Nope. That's ku. Nope, that's also wrong. I wrote that one backwards. Supermarket, hotel, hoteru. I know. Restaurant,
レストラン
gasoline stand,
ガソリンスタンド 薬局
yeah, pharmacy was in here. Ikocho.
工場
Kutsuya.
や
Ginko.
銀行
Hotel. Okay, so some of these were not in it. I know that. Restaurant. Gasoline stando. Okay. Yakyoku. Yakyoku. Hikyojo. So whatever he ko cho Hikyojo. I think that was airport. Kutsuya. Kutsu. How many words have I gone through in total? Ugh. Give me a moment. I just want to double check these because some of these words were not gone over. That's actually a very good question. Ginko, bank, hoteru. Yes. What are you? Yobinkyo? Yobinkyo. Okay. Home. Yeah. Byoin. Are you hospital? This hospital wasn't in here either. Byoin. Okay, yeah. Byoin is hospital, which means Hikyojo is airport. Let's go get rid of these because I do have those right. Okay. Yeah. All right. That brings me to where I was. Let's see here. I've learned 398 words. That does include hiragana and katakana. How many hiragana, katakana are there? I think it's 40 of each. So subtract 80. So 300, roughly 320. And this brings me to where I was. So this is where I'm going to call it for this session. Yeah, so it's only a matter of learning conjugation. That was where learn this. It's useful with adjectives. And yeah, this is my review of everything I've learned so far. All right, so I'm not gonna stream tomorrow. I'm gonna be studying this stuff off stream. Meanwhile, I think Tuesday I'll be back. Maybe I'll be doing more Pokemon on Tuesday. So yeah, I'll be seeing you then. Thank you for hanging out with me. See ya.